I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no love. Oh, my smile, my mind reassure me I don't need no one. Woke up this morning with my mind set on loving me.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Today's been a long year. It's been a long year. It all started, I'm not to trauma dump or anything, but I remember my grandpa passing, which was like a father figure to me. And that really, really, really hurt me. And I had to go to his funeral in January. Now that my grandma has passed away yesterday, I'm going to have to go to another funeral at the end of this year. So when I tell you it has been hard, it has been hard. Life will give you 1,000,001 reasons to give up. But I'm going to give you reasons why you should stay here. So, and I'm a good person to talk to about this because, baby, I'm going through it too. And instead of giving up and really laying in the bed how I want to right now, I'm pushing through. I'm being resilient. And I just wanted to share how I'm able to do that with y'all. And this video, this is not about how to stop feeling pain. It's always going to be there. It's about how to keep going even when life feels unbearable. Because one thing that I'm tired of hearing is I'm tired of hearing, oh, the pain will go away soon. It won't be like this forever. No, when you really lose someone, you care about, you love, like a parent, a grandparent, somebody super close to you, that's not true. And I feel like as a society, we need to stop telling people, oh, the pain's going to go away. Because, baby, I feel it every single day. I feel like it's just about managing that pain and learning how to move forward. Not that you're losing that person, but allowing that person to live through you. What? Yeah, I just hate when people say that. Baby, it's hard. You're probably never going to get over that person. And I agree with you. If you're going through something right now, if you're grieving right now, it hurts. And I feel like that because it hurts so much because you love them so much. And this morning, I had two options. I could either cry, be sad, go into bed, give up, and not do anything productive. Or I can cry, be sad, and keep going. Emotions are always going to be there. And that's okay. But the world doesn't stop just because your world is falling apart. I still got a car note to pay for. Oh yeah, update, I got a car. Video coming soon. I still got responsibilities. I still have classes. I still have finals. And yes, it does feel like my world is falling apart right now. And that is very important, but the world isn't designed to cater to everyone's needs. Everybody is going through stuff. Everybody, it's hard. Everybody's going through stuff, but that doesn't invalidate what you're going through. It's just more so the world doesn't stop. The world, either you're going to get that opportunity or somebody else is. So you just have to learn to be resilient and push through no matter how much it hurts, no matter what you're going through, because what you're going through, it does hurt. I'm trying to validate what you're feeling because I feel it too. Sorry if I stumble on my words. It's been a long day, but I'm pushing through. Choosing to keep going doesn't mean you're over it. It means it just means you're fighting for yourself. Let me say that again. Choosing to keep going doesn't mean you're over it. It just means you're fighting for yourself. Despite what's going on in this world, despite the struggles you may have, despite who you lost, you're fighting for yourself. You're waking up every day and saying, hey, this hurt and it's always going to hurt, but I'm fighting for myself. I'm still here. So therefore, I'm still going to keep going despite everyone I've lost, despite that heartbreak. Because, sometimes grief isn't just a parent dying or a grandparent dying. Sometimes it's that person breaking your heart. That's valid too. And one thing I really hate, like I was saying earlier, is when people just think you're going to get over someone just because it's been a few days, a few months. Baby, grief is forever. Grief is forever. And no matter how much you try to drink it away until you pass out, or sex it away, or smoke it away, those are just temporary solutions. When you get out of that high, when you get out of that drunk feeling, that pain is still going to be there. So that's when I stopped learning, like, I can't just use external forces, or I can't use external things to try to get over someone, because that's the problem. I was thinking that I can get over that pain. The pain is still going to be there. And once I realized that, it helped me cope better, because I learned that I can live with that pain, or I can transform that pain into other things. So that's going back into focusing on the small wins. Sometimes it's choosing to get up and get your day started. These actions add up and build resistance, like me now. I think I said this already. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. But it's just the fact that I felt like giving up today. I felt like I didn't want to do anything. I felt like today was just too hard. But I still got up anyway. I still took a shower. I still brushed my teeth. I still try to put some clothes on. Because guess what? Yes, I cried from the time I found out my grandmother passed away, to the time I was asleep, cried myself to sleep, to the time I woke up, to the time that I was on the toilet, to the time that I was in the shower. But guess what? I kept going, because the more you keep going, the more resilience is built, okay? And sometimes you have to lean into your why. Like, you ever have to ask yourself, who or what keeps you going? Is it a dream, a promise, someone you love? Once you figure out why, like, that's the biggest thing. You need to figure out why. What's your why? Lean into your why. Like, why are you still here? Why should you still try? Why shouldn't you give up? Like, I'm gonna tell you my 3 whys. My why is knowing no matter what I go through, no matter how life goes, I know that I'll always have God. Like, I can be 100% sure that God is still going to be by my side, that God is still just one prayer away, that God still lives in my spirit, that God is everywhere I go, that God knows what's going to happen in my life. So my biggest why is God. Knowing that no matter what happens, what I go through, I always have God. And another thing is, like, back to my grieving thing, is knowing that my grandma and my grandpa is looking out for me. They would want me to be happy right now. If they were here today and they seen how I was, they would want me to be happy. They would want me to keep going. They would want me to keep living. Like, my grandma, one of my last conversations I had with her, she told me to not, y'all, she told me to keep going. Like, she told me, just because my life is ending doesn't mean yours have to too. Like, what? Like, despite the dementia, despite everything, she had going on that caused her death, she reminded me that I need to keep living. So therefore, that's one of my biggest pushes to keep going. And lastly is knowing that the enemy is attacking me because he knows what God has in store for me. I feel like the same way that God knows the plans he has for you, plans to prosper, plans to grow, plans to keep you going, so does the devil. When the devil sees you winning, when the enemy sees you winning, he's going to do everything to tear you down. He's going to do everything to stop your flow. He's going to do everything to make you stand in, to give up. Like, I remember reading the story of Job, how God blessed Job. I really hope it's the right name, but I believe it's Job. He was, Job had everything. He had everything. And the devil asked God, if I took it all away, would Job still worship you? And what did the devil do? He took it all away. And guess what? Because Job still had God, that doesn't mean he wasn't crying. That doesn't mean he wasn't depressed. That doesn't mean he wasn't sad. But because he had God, he kept going, and God eventually blessed him with more than what he lost. And this really, knowing these 3 things is what really helps me stay gracefully grounded, like the series. And the last point I want to make is about finding your light. Like, for example, if y'all haven't noticed, I'm a talker, an artist, an earthy black girl, per se. And what really keeps me, like, going is, 1, talking to you guys. Like, one thing about me, I love vlogging. It really started with the close friends. I would go in there and talk for hours and hours and hours, just spamming it with stories. So one thing that helps me, like, find my light despite everything that I'm going through is just talking, praying. It's talking to God, praying, journaling, and doing activities that I miss doing with my loved ones. Like this morning I went to IHOB because my grandma used to always take me to IHOB. So every time I go to IHOB, I'm reminded of my grandmother's love. So that's something that helps me going. She was also into art. I was into art as growing up as a little kid. So just participating in those activities really, 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 really helped. Like, I can't stress that point enough. You know, grief may never go away, but neither does love. And love is what keeps us going. Oof. So in conclusion, life is hard. Life is really, really hard. And I'm only in my 20s. I'm about to be 21, December 28th. And I'm almost at my breaking point. But I want to keep going and be a resilient queen, as I should, as the Lord intended. And yeah, life is hard. Grief is forever. But you're stronger than you think. Keep going. You're stronger than you think. You clicked on my video out of all videos to try to become better or help yourself. That's strength. Keep going, y'all. Yes, it is hard. It is really, really hard. Like, it took me so long to record this video because I just didn't want to cry anymore. But keep going because the world needs your light. I really hope you enjoyed my video. You learned a thing or two. If you want more videos like this, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to be you unapologetically and freely.
Woke up this morning with my mind set on loving me, with my mind.